Hi, Scrap Giraffe here, and this is a continuation of my last video. I was trying to tell you about making photo mugs, and I was saying this clear sticker paper by Avery has a problem, and that this back is there's this diagonal slit where you open it up, as opposed to a slit right here, and you can get your finger. Sorry, I got my cat scratched me. You can get, open this up and start peeling it to put it on your mug at the edge. But the problem is that once you run into this diagonal slit, it gets really messed up and it's hard to get it all on there. And like Uniquely Chic said, you want to do this slowly because you want to avoid any bubbles. And so I'm just going to, since I'm one-handed here with my camera and I don't really have a way of propping it up, I'm just going to show you how I did it. And the good thing about this Avery brand is that it was repositional. The bad thing about this Avery brand is that it was repositionable. Because let me tell you something. Repositionable is great for this type of project where you really need to make sure that there are no bubbles. And so you can restick it if you get a bubble, blah, blah, blah. It's also horrible because it just means that the glue isn't that great. So, okay, let's see. So you really want to, start smaller than that. But if you get a start there, oh, look, I'm not even covering the bottom. See what I mean about repositionable being good? Yes, there are definitely times when it's good. Let's see, right there. So, like, you want to start like right there, and you're going to want to make it, you want to make sure that as it sticks, and I can move that bubble over there on the side, you're going to want to make sure. And the other thing is that this one's a little bit too big, so I'm going to have to cut off the edge. I'm just probably going to do this for the video and then redo it when I have both hands. But you're going to want to just slowly stick it on there, smoothing it out with your fingers as you do. See, look, there's a bubble right there. And so you're just going to want to keep going down. And this is a little bit too big, so I may need to cut it. And then when you get to the end, just kind of smoothing it down. When you get to the end, I just like to cut them out. I'm probably going to have a bubble right here too, aren't I? And if you do have a bubble that you just can't get out, you're going to want to try and push it to the side. And see, look, like I'm probably going to have to take this part off and make it as skinny as possible and try to make sure that the bottom, there's no opening on the bottom, because once you really want it to seal so that when you put the Mod Podge on, you're creating a sealing effect, because you do not want water getting behind this. This is just impossible with one hand. So anyway, you get the idea of how to do this. And look at see what I'm saying? This is not an easy process. So give yourself some time to get this right. And I'm just going to stick that on there for right now because I really need both hands. Anyway, so once you get that on there, you're going to want to cut off the excess, and then you're going to want to start painting it with Mod Podge. And I'm just going to do a second coat of Mod Podge on these other, on a different one. And when you do the Mod Podge, make sure you get tons of Mod Podge on your brush, because these, even though this is, not like removable ink, if it's not thick enough Mod Podge layer, it will pull the ink off. So, I don't really have enough Mod Podge on my plate right now, and it's been sitting around while I did the video, so it's not really as liquidy as it needs to be. But you're going to want to take a big gunk of it, and if don't worry about it being too smooth, because you won't notice it afterwards, and it's better that you have like globs of it than that you pull off the ink. Because let's see, there was one where I had something attached to it, and you can kind of see where there was a little bit of ink taken off, that smaller space right there. And there's some ink taken off right there. So you're going to want to make sure that you have plenty of Mod Podge on. I want to cover the entire thing, both sides, and you're probably going to want to Mod Podge it 3 or 4 times because remember, these are going to be washed. So those are my tips. Don't buy Avery paper. Get the right size and shape of mug with nothing in the middle, no graphics or anything in the middle. Go slowly and smoothly to make sure that you have no bubbles in the paper when you pull it off. Use lots of Mod Podge on your brush and be sure to make several coats. Oh, also, don't forget to print out a test page. So anyway, those are my tips, and I hope that, or at least those are things that I've learned doing this, and I hope that you get to try it yourself and have a good time because I think these are going to be awesome. I'm really curious to see how long they last. I definitely wouldn't put them in the dishwasher, but I'm going to be curious.